They represented our country and Metro Detroit with pride in Tokyo, and now they're getting a big welcome home from loved ones who've missed them.
An estate sale purchase by a budding photographer gets exciting.
Matches up perfectly with the way he's waving. It's definitely him. It has to be.
This Macomb County youngster has got a part of American history in his hands. We'll show it to you coming up on the Night Cam.
All right, Tim, also a rollover crash in Superior Township kills 2 teenage girls and sends a third to the hospital in critical condition. Topping our news on this late edition tonight, that accident shutting down Superior Road between Huron River Drive and Getty's for hours.
Mara McDonald is at the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office tonight. And Mara, police believe the teens were involved in a hit and run prior to losing control of their truck.
Kimberly Devin, yes, that's what the preliminary information from the Sheriff's Department suggests, that the girls in this truck hit another car and didn't stop. The wreck took hours to investigate and finally clear. What's left of what the 3 teens were driving appears to be a pickup truck. Police say they know speed was a factor, but they also wonder whether these railroad tracks are what caused them to lose control.
We haven't had a really bad accident in a while, but it's a spot where people really just like to fly on the road. It's a 40-mile-an-hour road, and people all the time, they're flying 50, 60 miles an hour on this road.
Neighbors like Ryan say people are constantly speeding down this stretch of Superior Road, and if they hit the tracks just right, there can be problems.
I've witnessed people get air on these tracks. If they were going fast either direction, they could easily have gotten airborne and lost control that way.
What ultimately caused them to lose control is under investigation, but preliminarily, this is what the sheriff's investigation looks like. They believe the teens got into a fender bender with another driver prior to this and did not stop, instead driving away fast. The other driver tried to catch up with them, but by the time that driver found them, they'd gone off the road through a ditch, flipping over. The Sheriff's Department says 2 of the girls, 18 and 19, were dead at the scene, and a third, a 15-year-old, was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The Sheriff's Department tells us that it has taken a long time to notify next of kin tonight. They anticipate having a more complete picture of what led up to this crash sometime tomorrow. We are in Ann Arbor. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Tonight, 2 Metro Detroit counties now fall under the CDC's new mask guidelines. 33 more counties, in fact, including Oakland and Macomb, now seeing high or substantial spread of COVID. And the CDC advises everyone in those areas to mask up while indoors and in groups, even if you've had the vaccine. Now, today, the U.S. has reached President Biden's July 4th goal of a 70% vaccination rate for adults. A Beaumont health doctor says more people need to get the vaccine, as Beaumont's hospitals are seeing an uptick in COVID patients as the Delta variant spreads.
I think the potential exists for a huge disaster, and what do you want to call it? Surge 4, Surge 5? I mean, I've sort of lost count. Only 0.06% of our COVID cases are considered vaccine failures. So vaccination is still very, very good.
In Washington, the coronavirus response team is touting the benefits of getting the vaccine as well.
Get vaccinated. I say that every single time. We all say it. The COVID vaccines give strong protection against the Delta variant, and it protects you, your family, and your community.
I want to be clear. While vaccinated people can spread the virus if they get a breakthrough infection, the odds of them getting sick in the first place are far lower than those who are unvaccinated. And in fact, places with more vaccination generally have less disease.
The White House shared this photo of President Biden meeting with the COVID response team, everyone in the room wearing masks following the administration's new policy requiring them on the White House grounds. Lindsey Graham today became the first senator to disclose what is known as a breakthrough COVID-19 infection after he was vaccinated against the virus. Graham said he's very glad he received the vaccine and believes his symptoms would be far worse if he hadn't. South Carolina senator says he feels like he has a sinus infection and does plan to quarantine for 10 days. Now, Graham attended a gathering on Senator Joe Manchin's houseboat over the weekend, and other senators who attended say they've gotten COVID tests and they are awaiting results.
All right, well, after the July we've had to endure, a lot of us are wondering how long this nice weather can hold up.
Good stretch here right now. We're expecting, though, the heat and humidity to return, but hopefully not quite yet, Ben.
You would be absolutely correct, Devin and Kim. It is coming back. It's coming back by the end of the week. But it's not going to be a light switch. It's going to be kind of a slow ramp on the way up there. Outside tonight, though, very comfortable conditions. If you get the windows open tonight, probably a little bit cool for some folks. Already into the 50s in Ann Arbor, 57 in Port Huron, 56 in Lapeer. But we're looking at the mid and upper 60s right now in the metro zone. Here's how we're going to wake up in your 4-zone forecast. You can see temperatures will be upper 50s to around 60 degrees for overnight lows. And again, this is going to be right around daybreak tomorrow. A lot of mid 50s in the south zone, 54 in Lambertville. Dundee, you'll be at 55, getting close to those 40s there in Ann Arbor and Flint, but should stay just into the low 50s. Everybody else 52, 53 generally in the west zone, and a lot of low to mid 50s here in the north zone, still no 40s, and this will be the coolest day that we've got going forward. You can see the impacts as we go through pretty low until we get into Friday. That's when we're expecting a better chance of thunderstorms, and we'll time it all out for you coming up in a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Ben, thank you. Tonight, Detroit police are investigating after an officer is seen punching a man in the face in Greektown. Police say the officer was working to break up a brawl Saturday night when it happened. The punch left the man stunned and the officer holding him up as he sat in the street.
I have some serious concerns as to how that was handled. We've come to expect our officers to de-escalate situations. I did not see de-escalation there. I did not see our training there.
Police say the man wasn't arrested. Video shot by another bystander shows the man swinging at officers seemingly before he was punched. Interim Chief White says the officer involved deserves due process. He's still on the job as investigators work to find out exactly what happened.
A suspected thief from out of state leads police on a chase in Rochester Hills. Driver of this Ford F-150 was seen stealing watches, cash, and other items, as well as trying to steal someone's Dodge Ram at a mobile station near Walton and Adams. Police used stop sticks to end the chase near Walton and University. Behind the wheel, they found Colleen Stalker, a resident of Trafalgar, Indiana. She's at the Oakland County Jail and charged with unlawful driving away an automobile and fleeing and eluding. She has no prior criminal history.
Tomorrow is primary day in Michigan. About half of the state's counties are holding elections, including the city of Detroit. You cannot split your ticket. You can only vote for candidates of one party. Polls open at 7 a.m., close at 8 p.m. If you need to check if you're registered or to find where to vote, we have all the information on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com.
We've cheered for several Olympians from Metro Detroit during these summer games, among them swimmers Katie DeLoof and Annie Laser.
Tonight at Metro Airport, a moment they've been waiting for as they got to reunite with family and friends who couldn't be in Tokyo to support them in person. Our Jason Colthorpe was there for the homecoming and joins us live now with more. Hi, Jason.
Hey, guys. Yeah, nobody cheering harder than the DeLoof and Laser families for sure. But, of course, Katie winning a bronze, Annie winning a bronze as well. They got home tonight. Their flight landed just a short while ago. And as their family said, it's been about a month since they've seen them, so they were quite ready to give them the biggest of hugs.
It's just a super experience for the family as well as for her, and it'll be exciting to see her come home today.
It's just been really the culmination of her dream, and to see the smile on her face after she, finished racing and was celebrating with the other swimmers. The world record was set during her race. Just to watch the celebration there and the camaraderie between all the swimmers was just a beautiful moment.
It's been a while since we've seen her, and just want to give her a big hug and kiss her and say, gosh, we love you and are so proud of you, and happy you're home. USA! USA! USA!
I was just so happy to be home and kind of relieved to be home. I guess I was a little more overcome with emotion than I thought I was going to be. But yeah, just really happy to be able to share this with the people that pretty much made it all happen.
Yeah, welcome back.
It's been a really long time, and I'm really grateful to see them just spend some time at home and get to see and catch up with all my family and friends here.
Thank you. I need you and your sister.
Yeah, that hug between Annie and Stacy Laser lasted quite a while there. If you remember the story that Devin did before the Olympics began, of course, she lost her dad not long ago, one of her biggest fans, and right before these games, they lost him. So it's been a real emotional ride for them for sure. And then, of course, also on this flight was Patrick Callan, a member of the men's team. They finished 4th in the relay he was a part of. And landing just a few moments ago on a different flight, Allison Schmidt, one of the captains who won a silver and a bronze at these games. But they're all very happy to be home. At least one parent said, I know they're going to do a lot of sleeping and just enjoying of coffee on the back deck, just getting back to some normalcy. And I'm sure that's what they want.
As soon as they get over the jet lag.
Well, that's true.
With 13-hour time difference. Yeah. All right. That was a great scene. All right, Jason.
Yeah. Well, not all flights have gone as smoothly as ones carrying our Olympians home. Ahead at 11, the frustration for travelers as one airline cancels more than a third of its flights.
It was a mess. Also, 2 Olympians decide they've jumped as high as they possibly can and don't want to try to best each other for the gold medal. What a story. Coming up, why it was such an easy decision for one man from Italy and another from Qatar. Tim.
A young man picks up an old camera from an estate sale and couldn't believe his luck. When he found there was a film inside, he developed it. And then...
It's the same helicopter. I knew in an instant that it was the same helicopter.
We'll have this story with all of its twists and turns coming up.